And a very good morning, everyone. 8:19 the time on this Sunday. We're a turning point here in California when it comes to weather. We're in that mix of that fall mix when one week it can be raining and kind of on the cool side, and then the next week can be pushing 100 degrees depending on where you are. So this is going to be one of those warm weeks.
Yes.
But today should be really nice.
It should be nice, clear skies, sunny, warm. If you enjoy warm, perfect. Could be a good beach day.
Yeah.
And warmer all the way until Wednesday.
I'm your host, Randall White. That's Patty Pyburn.
Good morning.
Talking to my right. It's good exercise weather, Patty. You're going to get out and do some running. Patty, you run and walk. Oh, like the Bob Jones Trail and places like that.
Yeah, but I'm one of those people that's fallen off my plan. I have a good excuse. I have a really good excuse.
What's your excuse?
A master's program and 2 jobs.
That is a good excuse.
And 2 kids.
And 2 kids. And that's the problem. I think a lot of us have exercise routines. Mine, the one I stick with all the time is riding my bike into work. But then I have some additional ones that I like to do, like lapping the pool or adding extra long rides in. And sometimes I'm on it, and then sometimes I'm not. Right now, I'm getting back on it again. But how do you?
You were doing really well for a while.
I was. And then I didn't feel good for a few days.
And then you got out of your routine
Zing, that's it, exactly. So we're going to find out how to keep you from doing that at home. Stick with it. Stick with your exercise routine for an entire lifetime. That's what our guest says. Robert Hopper, Dr. Robert Hopper, joins us right now. He came up from Santa Barbara this morning, and we appreciate it. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, Randall. Glad to be here.
Yes. And so, Doctor, your book, it's a nice, easy size. You can take it with you while you're while you're exercising. Contains 7 main points, right?
Yeah, they're called best practices. This is what the most successful exercisers use. So if people follow the best practices, it's almost impossible not to succeed with exercise.
How did you come up with them?
Well, I was an athlete. I was an NC2A swimming champion, and I was also a college swimming coach. And when I looked at what athletes do, they all use these best practices. And I said, well, that makes sense. That's why I was always successful. Maybe it will apply to the average American. And I think it does.
And your first one is, and some people think of exercise as fun. Some people think of it as like a giant chore. But you say focus on fun.
Absolutely. The single most important thing you can do is to develop an exercise program around something that's fun to do. If something's fun to do, then you're not going to decide to do other things. You'll always have time for exercise. So for people who are not exercising, try to find something that's fun to do and make that the core aspect of your exercise program.
And choose, for instance, I don't like running, so I never run. But I don't even think of bike riding as exercise. To me,
it's getting you where you're going.
It's getting me where I'm going, and when I'm doing it, I'm just enjoying the feel of the air going past me, and I'm not even conscious of the fact that I'm burning calories. So that's what you should be doing.
Well, let's take it a step further. In my book, in Chapter 1, I list over 100 different recreational and leisure activities that people can do. So let's say you like to run. Great, then you should run. But if you don't like to run, well, how about rollerblading, or maybe playing basketball or volleyball or softball or swimming or skiing? I mean, there's over 100 different activities that people can do that form the core of the exercise program. That's the thing that you'll keep as a habit. Let's say dance, for example. If you dance 1 day a week in a dance class, you're going to eventually develop that as your habit for exercise. And when that habit develops, then you're more likely to do other things that will add to the activity of your lifestyle.
Now, I tend to be the kind of exerciser who, if I don't have it all perfect, I don't have my shoes with me, I don't have a whole hour to walk, I only have a half an hour, I kind of talk myself out of it. If I don't have all the optimum pieces together, well, it's just, okay, it's only a half an hour and I have to wear those other shoes that I don't like. Okay, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what...
Well, now that I wish if we had time.
I'm a special case.
You are a special case, Patty.
Patty, in Chapter 7 in the book, I deal with the idea of how to just do it.
Okay.
You know, Nike made their commercials with the idea of just do it, but that begs the question, how do you get yourself to just do it? Right. So athletes have a variety of mental strategies that they use. For example, when you watch the Olympics, you heard about Michael Phelps visualizing his event. Okay.
Right.
Visualization is a strategy that all athletes use, and if you use that strategy yourself, each day to visualize yourself successfully exercising. That's one of the things that you can do.
Okay.
Also, I call it the psych up. The psych up is just where you put the motivational things that what you want to achieve, what you want to look like, how you want to do it, what fun you want to have, and you put it in your iPhone. And then every morning at 7:15, my psych up comes up on my screen. I read the psych up, and I said, "Oh yeah, this is going to be a great day. I've got lots of things I want to do."
So you're like your self-motivation, your self-pep talk.
And you send it to yourself.
You just
In
I just put it a daily activity, and it comes up every day at 7:15.
Right.
But that's what athletes do. They psych themselves up for their events. They psych themselves up for workouts. They visualize the workouts. And there's a couple other strategies called the self-con, which is my favorite one, and also how to develop mental toughness. But those are fun topics to read about.
You say to get coaching. I would imagine part of that coaching is what you just said. You're kind of coaching yourself along. But does this mean professional coaching?
It means professional coaching.
Okay.
Let's say you decide, I like to use dancing because everybody can dance. And
You haven't seen
That's what you say.
right.
almost everybody can dance. But in Santa Barbara, we have a whole bunch of swing dancing classes, ballroom dancing. I'm sure they have it up here as well.
Yeah.
So you don't know how to do dancing, but you think it'd be really fun. Okay? Don't let the fact that you don't know how to do it stop you. The secret is take a lesson. Get in a class with a bunch of other people who share your interest in exercise, and then take that class once a week.
I've thought of doing salsa dancing. I think that would be kind of fun.
It would be fun to see.
Yeah.
So-
margaritas afterwards.
So Randall, let's say salsa dancing is your thing. Once a week, take a salsa dancing class. And when you take that salsa dancing class, you go through the beginning series of lessons, let's say 10 lessons. And you say, wow, I'm still having fun. Well, now you're ready for the intermediate. So you do the intermediate series of lessons and you're still having fun, and now you're probably be able to go out to the different clubs and dance. And you're still having fun. You take the advanced, and pretty soon you've got a lifestyle that is built around salsa dancing. Now, when you're salsa dancing, you might say, oh, I could do better in salsa dancing if I were a little bit more fit. So now you might find a new reason to ride that bicycle in addition to health. And that's the whole idea. When you find something that's fun to do, every athlete in the world, they got into their sports because it was fun, but every athlete in the world uses fitness as a supplement to get in better shape.
I'm feeling pumped up just talking to the doctor.
You're ready to go
here.
dance.
Right, I know. Well, I'm tied to this chair for the next hour and a half, but at home you're not. You can get us on the radio and put it in your ears and go out for a run, whatever it may be. Dr. Robert Hopper's book, Stick with Exercise. He will autograph a copy of the book for you to our 7th caller. Since he has 7 tips, we'll take the 7th caller.
And you know what? I was reading it, Randall, and it's an easy read. Good information in there.
Great information. Here's the number. 855, so it's toll free wherever you're calling from. 855-726-3658. That's 855-726-3658. Or if you're one of those people who like to spell things on it, it is 855-RANDOL, RANDOL 8, which I do a lot of.
And is that the number 8, Randall 8?
The number 8, yes. So 855-726-3658. Cora, our producer, will be taking the calls right now. Caller number 7, a signed copy is yours from Dr. Robert Hopper, who came up from Santa Barbara this morning, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah, good information.
We have time for one more point from this list, and
What's his favorite point? Oh, go ahead. Do you have one?
Well, I think it falls into what you were talking
Okay.
about. Protect your time.
Oh, that's a
Patty
good one.
has way too many things going on. What do you mean by protect your time?
Protect your time. Athletes learn you have to create blocks of time for workouts. So every workout when I was in college, 3 to 5:30, I blocked that time. So start with a small block, 1 day a week that is inviolate. Nothing is going to stop you from doing exercise, Patty, on that 1 day. Now, when that 1 day becomes a habit, then you can go to 2 days.
You can build.
When that comes to habit 3. Now, let's say I'm your boss and I say, Patty, can you come and help me with something? And you say, I'd love to, but I have an appointment. Or I have a meeting.
If I say I'm going to go for a walk, they're going to go, you can go for a walk anytime.
I know.
The words appointment and meeting are powerful.
Okay.
Dr. Robert Hopper, your book available to one of our listeners right now, 855-726-3658. Thank you for coming up today. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Randall. Thanks, Patty.
We're back in just a moment.